Hi everyone, let's carry on with Key Stage 1's class book. It's called Evie in the Jungle by Matt Haig, and we've read all about Evie. I hope you've heard the other chapters, all about Evie going into the jungle, finding the sloth and rescuing it, and then let's see what she gets up to next. The tingle in Evie's head that was the start of a brilliant idea. That's the next chapter. And do you remember what Evie's special talent was? What could she do? You are everywhere, the professor said, her breath smelling stale. I saw a video on YouTube where you told a bearded dragon to change a TV channel, and one where you interviewed a seagull. That was my idea, Evie's dad said. The seagull, she wanted to interview a rattlesnake or a tarantula, and I said, hey, let's maybe start with a seagull. Professor Garcia smiled. You are famous, Evie. Also annoying, thought Neruda. That's why we came here, Evie told the professor, frowning at Neruda. Because you're annoying, wondered Neruda, but Evie ignored her. It was getting a bit much at home, so we came here, she said. I want to feel hopeful again. Professor Garcia sighed as if she was imitating the sloth. Well, I wish I could have given you that. Hope, I mean. But, as of today, I have no hope. Tonight I'll shut down the website, and tomorrow I'll head back to the University of Lima and teach. She tore off a leaf from the plant on her desk and went over to give it to the sloth, who was waking up. Oh, a leaf. Lovely. Yum, said R. Look closer, the professor said. Can you see that slight green tinge in her fur? Evie and her dad nodded. Is that bad? Asked Evie, worried. It's algae, the professor exclaimed, shaking her head. Algae grows on a sloth's fur. It's evolved in a kind of camouflage. The sad thing is, no amount of camouflage can help a sloth nowadays, and sloths are homebodies. They like staying around the same trees, peeing and pooping in the same place. They're not good at moving house, or even moving toilet. Professor Garcia stroked the animal and gently pulled it away from Evie. Oh, this is new. What is happening? It's okay, R. The professor can help you. I will take her back into the jungle. I'll try to find the right home for her, but I can't promise she'll be safe. I can't promise any animal will be safe from now on. You see, we have been trying to buy a piece of Amazon land near here. It is known as the Monkey Land because of all the monkeys there. But there are sloths too, and jaguars. Jaguars, said Evie, excited. But the loggers have raised the price and we just can't afford it. We have no money. Evie nodded. She wished she could do something to help the professor and the International Centre for Rainforest Protection, but then she felt a small tingle of an idea. She didn't know what the idea was yet, but the tingle was growing. She looked down at her own face on the magazine. She saw the headline, Evie and the Animals, How One British Girl Offers the Key to Understanding the Natural World. She remembered what Professor Garcia had said only a few moments before, about the website not being interesting enough. Right, her dad was saying. We'll be on our way then, back to England. I'm sorry there's nothing we can do to help. Evie was thinking really hard to work out what the tingle meant, and then she had it. Just as they were walking out. Wait, said Evie, there is. There might be. I've got an idea, and it just might work. The idea was simple, but also genius. That's what Professor Garcia said, genius. She actually used that word, which made Evie blush. So you were saying you would go into the jungle and do this, she said. Yes, I would need you, or someone, to take me into the rainforest, and then I would interview different animals about what it feels like to be them, and we could hear about rainforest destruction from their perspectives. They could tell me what they think about humans, and then we could write up the interviews and put them on your website, and people could have to donate some money to read them. Professor Garcia nodded, thinking, yes, just a donation, as large or small as they want, and I think it would be best if it was one animal at a time, But what, Evie wondered. But we would need to start with something good, something exciting. Professor Garcia was pacing the room. She reached for her hip flask and raised it to her lips. She shook her head and threw it across the room, straight into the bin. Something safe, Evie's dad volunteered. Like an otter? But then Evie gazed at the picture on the jaguar again. Him. I want to interview him. And Professor Garcia smiled. I've always wanted to know what he's thinking. The next chapter's called 4 Mosquitoes and a Poisoned Dart Frog. Evie was hot and sweaty and had been bitten by 100 mosquitoes. The mosquitoes were still around her. Blood, said one. Give me blood. Over here, said another. This girl here, the best blood around. Oh yes, this is exquisite blood, said a third, biting into Evie's arm. So many flavours. I'm getting hints of blackberry and juniper. Give me some of that, said yet another as Evie tried to swat it away. Oh no, quick! She's fast with her hands. Mayday, mayday, abort mission. Repeat, abort mission. Get out of here, guys. The humans had walked for miles deep into what was now most definitely jungle, the Monkeylands. Evie, her dad, Professor Garcia and two local trackers who led the way armed with infinite knowledge and machetes they used to cut through the undergrowth. Evie gazed up at the sky but could hardly see it as it was lost beneath a thick canopy of trees. She looked at the ground and saw beautiful star-shaped white Amazon lilies. This is one of the very deadliest parts of the jungle, said Pilo, the tracker in front, smiling as if the deadliest part of the jungle was kind of fun. Look, right there. He pointed at a bright yellow frog sitting quietly on a leaf. Evie knew exactly what type of frog that was. She'd had a memory dream about a similar frog many times. When she had been a little child with her parents living in the Amazon, she had apparently seen many of them. It was a poison dart frog. It had enough poison on its skin to kill 20 men. But Evie also knew that it wasn't venomous, meaning it didn't go out of its way to bite you and transmit poison that way like a snake. A little picture of the poison dart frog. Although it's black and white, but remember, a poison dart frog will be really brightly coloured, so you'd know that it was poisonous. It just killed you if you licked it or touched it or tried to eat it. Stay away, the creature, a female thought. Don't worry, we're not going to hurt you. Oh, that's good for you, I mean. I know you're poisonous. Yep, said the frog, laughing. I am the deadliest. I am a mean green killing machine. You're not green, said Evie with her mind. I know, but it rhymes. I mean, what rhymes with yellow? Mellow? Come on. I understand, said Evie. Evie asked everyone to stop so she could do a little interview for later. Professor Garcia agreed, although Evie's dad thought it was a bad idea. Evie, that frog is literally the most poisonous animal in the world. Can it be a quick interview? And it was. Evie discovered that the poison dart frog was actually quite a sad creature who felt bad most of the time for killing anything that it touched. It's a lot of guilt. It's terrible. It haunts my dreams. All the bodies. Evie learned that the frog sang sad songs to itself all day long. One of the songs was called Beautiful Poison. It's a masterpiece, if I do say so myself. Shortly after the encounter with the frog, they saw a tree snake. The snake definitely wasn't in the mood for an interview. Not today. Stay away. So they carried on, continually checking the ground for any potentially deadly spiders. They saw lots of monkeys. These were the Monkeylands after all. And the monkeys told the rudest jokes Evie had ever heard. Far too rude to repeat on Professor Garcia's website. And then suddenly she saw it. Lurking near a small clearing between the trees. A jaguar. Maybe the exact same jaguar from the photo hanging in Professor Garcia's office. Large and sleek. Golden coat with black spots. The spots weren't real spots, more like little roses. Oh, dear me, roses. In fact, as Evie knew, they were actually called rosettes, these markings, and they helped make the jaguar one of the most formidable-looking creatures on the planet. OK, Evie said to the others, you all stay back. I will go and talk to it. I think this is a bad idea, said Evie's dad, shaking his head. It will be fine. Honestly, Dad, it will be fine. She hugged him. Her dad shrugged in defeat. Why didn't we just go to Cornwall? He wondered. It's nice in Cornwall. We would have had an ice cream on the beach. Dad, trust me, I've got this. Okay, next chapter's called An Interview with a Jaguar. Evie stepped forward past the professor and the guides towards the jaguar. Don't come any closer, the jaguar said, or I'll kill you. Evie didn't take long to think about this. Okay, I'll stay right here. Look, I'm not moving any further. The jaguar tilted his head to one side like a curious kitten. How are you doing that? None of the others can do that. Doing what? Getting inside my head. It's strange. Kind of tickles. It's just a skill I have. Ah, skills. Skills. I also have skills, said the jaguar. Like I could jump from here and land on you with my jaws wide open and kill you just like that. I wouldn't even break into a sweat and it would be so beautiful. Evie's mouth felt suddenly dry. She turned back and saw her dad's worried face shadowed by trees. That's really good to know. The jaguar licked his paw. I don't like your kind, said the jaguar. I've seen what you're doing to this place, destroying it. I have seen the fires. I have seen the machines. I have seen my home disappear. Your kind destroys. That's what you do. Evie nodded. She doubted jaguars understood nodding, but she nodded anyway. Yes, I know. Humans are destroying this place. This is why I'm here. This is why I want to talk to you. You see, there are humans who don't care about the rainforest, but there are also a lot of humans who do, and that number is growing all the time. That is a very interesting story, said the jaguar sarcastically with a yawn that revealed his long teeth. Evie scratched a mosquito bite on her arm. No, it really is. You see, some humans now understand that saving the jungle and all the creatures who live here is good for everybody in the world. This rainforest not only helps make rain, which is good for everything, but it captures a lot of carbon dioxide and it produces oxygen, which helps everyone and everything alive on the planet. The jaguar scratched his ear with a rear paw. That's a lot of very long words. Could you explain it more simply? I've had a long day. I've done a lot of prowling and it takes it out of you. Well, we want you to be able to have a home, and more people will want to protect your home if we know more about you. And as I have the ability to talk with you, it seemed like a good idea that I do that and tell people about the world from a jaguar's perspective, so that they would understand you and like you and be more likely to protect your home. Do you see? The jaguar stopped scratching his ear, placed his paw on the ground. Interesting. Will you be talking to any other animals too? Yes. This jaguar looked a little upset by this and turned to walk away through the dense undergrowth. But you're the main one. The first interview. The most important. The jaguar stopped. Most important, you say? Absolutely, the first. For the website. She was about to explain what a website was, but realised it was impossible. It's quite a big deal, and humans will get to understand you more and give money, a very important human thing. That's good, because I am a big deal. Exactly. The jaguar turned and started walking back towards Evie. Evie tried to stay calm and ignore the fact that he was licking his lips, and she stayed totally still. The spotted creature sat down right in front of her. All right then, ask me a question. Evie was now talking out loud as well as thinking. Talking was a way for her to think clearly when she was nervous. Right. Okay. She pulled a notepad out of her bag. Is that a gun? Snarled the jaguar. No, it's paper. You scratch things on it with this thing. It's called a pen. The things are called words. They mean things to humans. I'm going to write down what you are thinking. Okay, so ask me something. Do you have a name? No, our kind doesn't have names. We are part of the world around us. We are not separate. There is no divide between things. Names are foolish. You are foolish. Next question. Okay, well, what is it like to be you? What does it feel like? The jaguar considered. Great. Yeah, great. It feels great. Why? Because I am in charge. Look at me. I'm the biggest animal in the world. Evie grimaced. She looked at the power of his jaw, his taut muscles and the energy in his body. She really didn't want to disgrace him, to disagree with him. But, well, facts are facts. Actually, that's the blue whale. The blue whale? It's a sea creature far away from here, under the water mostly. That is the biggest animal in the world. The jaguar huffed and then growled. How dare you? I mean, you're exactly as big as you need to be, and blue whales are totally overrated. You don't believe that, said the jaguar. Evie nodded. She knew she couldn't hide her thoughts. You're totally right. Blue whales are epic. Did you know that they are related to hippos and evolved from land animals? Isn't that great? And their tongues alone can weigh as much as an elephant. And yes, I know you don't know what an elephant or a hippo is, and you probably don't have a clue what evolved means, but trust me, these are amazing facts. And a blue whale's mouth can fit 100 humans inside. 100. I could do that, said the jaguar. Not all at once, but over time. It would be a fun challenge. He thought of something. All right then, I am not the size of a blue whale, but at least I am the biggest cat in the world. Evie shook her head. Actually, that would be the tiger. The Siberian tiger, to be specific. The what? I'll show you. And Evie closed her eyes and thought really hard and pictured a tiger. Oh, I see it, said the jaguar, admiring the clever telepathic mind trick. What an ugly beast. Whoever thought stripes would be a good look? And then after the tiger is the lion. That's number 2. Evie imagined a male lion for him to see. That's funny, all that hair around its face. It's a mane. It's ridiculous, that's what it is. He looks like a furry son. Okay, well, humans talk a lot about lions, but if you give me a great interview, maybe they will talk more about jaguars. Okay, what do you want me to tell you? Evie smiled and the interview got underway. There was noise everywhere. Buzzing insects, chirping frogs, the deep distant roar of howler monkeys. But right there in the clearing, her focus was on nothing but the jaguar's thoughts entering her head, and she began to communicate with the creature at a deep level. The jaguar revealed its dreams, it revealed its nightmares too, like the one in which he relived the day his sister was shot by a human. He told Evie he liked swimming, and that it was only during swimming and hunting that he felt truly free, truly alive. His favourite food was armadillo. You should try it, salty and delicious. But he also liked the taste of anteaters. So good. He'd never attacked a human and sensed they wouldn't be tasty. He liked to sleep a lot during the day and to feel awake during the comfort of night, and he loved to be alone. His advice for humans was simple. Take from the world only what you need, because only then can you be happy with what you have. Life becomes heavy otherwise. Tread as lightly as air and stay in tune with nature, because that's the only song we really have. And she was writing it all down as fast as she could, and then Evie's dad said nervously from the trees, "Evie, it's going to get dark soon. We'd better get back." It was, Evie had to admit, a great interview. I agree, thought the jaguar, and I don't even know what an interview is. The jaguar came close. Evie stroked his head. If you had one request for humans, what would it be? You're destroying my home, and you don't need to. Please stop. Thank you, she said. Will this stop humans trying to destroy our home? Evie smiled. Well, it will be a start. I think she won over the jaguar's trust, don't you? That's a nice image, isn't it? Not something that I think that would happen in our world. So I wonder if Evie can save the rainforest. Can she buy that piece of land that they need? Can she stop them cutting down the rainforest trees? So you'll have to wait for the next instalment soon, but there's not much more to go. The next chapter's called Evie Saves the Jungle. Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye.